Assalamu alaikum students, this is Ms. Zunaira, your PhD teacher. Today we are going to be learning something new. Before that, let's go ahead and have a little bit of activity. Now you can all see a picture behind me. You will observe that the main specimen is a cat in between, but since there's dark there, you would see that there are two perspectives of the picture. Number one side shows a different species and the other one shows a different one. It means that everyone has a different perspective. A society having no ideology when faced crisis may find it difficult to decide how to react on it. Should they confront it with courage or retreat it with despair? When thinking on a broader level, as a nation, when the whole society has to act united, it is difficult to decide which perspective to follow. Here, ideology is a set of ideas to achieve a common goal. It basically drives people to a certain way, to a certain path. Let's go ahead and see what is the ideology of Pakistan.
Ideological basis of Pakistan. The following objectives will be achieved after this lecture. What is meant by ideology? The origin of ideology. Why is it significant for a nation to have an ideology? The ideology specifically for Pakistan. Why was there a need of Pakistan? The economic, political, and religious aspect. Islamic values that are based on ideology of Pakistan. Ideology in Qaeda-Azam in Allama Iqbal's view, two-nation theory and its concept. Ideology is basically a set of ideas that actually persuade a lot of people to act in a certain way. It is actually, in easy words, you can say it is a guideline for people to follow, for people in a society basically to follow. It is composed of two Greek words, ideo and logos, which literally means science or study of ideas. An ideology is a system of ideas and ideals, especially one which forms the basis of an economic or political theory, which I explained to you with the example given before. It can also be said as a set of opinions or beliefs of a group or an individual. Very often, ideology refers to a set of political beliefs or a set of ideas that categorize a particular culture of a society. Foundation of ideology. What is its origin? It develops from conditions in the society where it exists. Ideologies change within territories. Different factors play different roles in different countries' ideology. For example, Pakistan and UK have very different ideologies, right? Hence, the foundation for both the ideologies is quite different from one another. Some of the factors that play a role in determining how to keep the foundation of an ideology, how to determine the ideology of a certain society are religion, race, language and residence, political purpose, and customs. So basically, this, in easy words, this means that if we want to make an ideology of a certain society, these are the factors that we have to look into to find very common objective that everyone can follow. So they must have a common religion, race, language and residence, political purpose, and customs. Significance of ideology for any country. Why a country needs an ideology. They provide a foundation to their political status. The rules and regulations are determined because of the ideology. Their social and cultural movements too. In crisis, what should they do as a nation? Should they retreat? Should they profound? Whatever steps they need to take, it is all determined by the ideology of a country. So they basically need to have an ideology, a certain, you can say, a certain mindset that whole nation needs to follow. Is basically called ideology. If a nation ignores its idea, It endangers its existence, and some new ideas try to merge, which actually cause them to lose their unity and forget their authentic aspect. Ideology actually gives people a sense of direction, where to move. Everyone has a different perspective. Everyone does not know where to move in when asked to. So ideology actually provides them a path to move in a united state when needed. It is an important factor in determining how people would make a decision in any situation. For example, Pakistan ideology is based majorly on Islam and its principles, whereas in UK it's on conservation or liberalism. So there's no religious aspect in their ideology. So it is all our choice either to include religious aspect or not. Our religion, Islam, is basically based on equality. This is the first and foremost and only reason why our ideology includes the factors or the basis of religion, Islam. Now, coming to what is the ideology of Pakistan? Pakistan is an ideological state, and our ideology is called Islamic ideology. Its basic principle is sovereignty, or you can say Allah is sovereign, the oneness of Allah. Islam acted as a nation building force before the establishment of Pakistan. This is why that Islamic ideology is the basis of the ideology of Pakistan. The basic ideology of Pakistan is Muslims are different from Hindus in every aspect of life. Their culture, civilization, customs, religion, and entity are entirely different. They need a free state for protection for their culture and religion, where Muslims can practice their faith and belief in accordance to the Islamic codes. So this is basically the mindset, the ideological basis of Pakistan. Coming towards the question, why was there a need of Pakistan? Politically, economically, religiously, why? The first reason is that Hindus and Muslims had a lot of religious difference. We believed in one God and they believed in many gods. Muslims opposed to the caste system. However, the Hindus' system was primarily based on the caste. They did not believe in quality. Political difference was also there. Hindi-Urdu controversy was there because they believed that their national language should be Hindi. We believed it should be Urdu. Um, a lot of opportunities were also not given to the Muslims in um, the political areas. For example, the Muslims were not allowed to be a part of any political movement. However, the Hindus did. So Hindus politically never accepted Muslims since the blame of the war was all on the Muslims. The economic aspect also played an important role too. Muslims were economically very weak as compared to the Hindus. They tried to stabilize themselves. Hindus created a lot of obstacles between, started riots, created a halt in economic rise in the Muslims, but still we managed to go through somehow. Islamic values that are based on ideology of Pakistan. Now, these are the Islamic values that are basically based on the ideology, or you can say that our ideology is mainly based on these Islamic values. So, moving towards the first one is belief, prayer, and worship. Belief includes kalma, that Allah is one, Prophet peace be upon him is the last messenger, and beliefs on angel, our holy books, prophets, and the day of judgment, that there is an end to human existence. The second, justice and equality. Both are important elements of Islam. Pakistan's ideology, specifically the law in order, constitutes both justice and equality in their decision making powers. Promotion of democracy. Democracy is also in the Islamic values. Islamic states have the rights of people and they are protected. So, promotion of democracy is highly important in any Islamic country. Uh, it states that all people are equal in the eyes of law. No discrimination is allowed on the basis of color, caste, creed, or language. The system of government runs in the welfare, in the well-being of its citizens. Fraternity and brotherhood, they hold a special significance because fraternity teaches us to develop brotherly relations with others, so rights of anyone who are unserved or weak are not oppressed. Everyone is given an equal chance and an equal opportunity. Coming towards ideology in the light of Qaid-e-Azam and Allama Iqbal. In the section of All India Muslim League in Karachi, 1943, Qaid explained, and I quote, "What relationships knits the Muslims into one whole, which is the formidable rock on which the Muslim edifice has been erected, which is the sheet anchor, provide basis of the Muslim millet. The relationships, the sheet anchor, and the rock is Holy Quran." Basically, what he's trying to say is that the Holy Quran and its teaching is the only thing that has actually kept all the Muslims together and kept them all united. And it actually provides us a basis and like an anchor to practice our new ideology. Ideology of Pakistan. Addressing at Aligarh, Qaid-e-Azam said, and I quote, "What was the motive of demand for Pakistan? And what was the reason of separate state for the Muslims? Why was the need to divide India felt? Its reason is neither narrow-mindedness of the Hindus nor tactics of the British. It is the fundamental demand of Islam." So here he emphasizes that the main motive for demanding a separate homeland was neither the injustice of the Hindus nor any narrow-mindedness. It was just because we needed a state, a country where we can practice the fundamentals of Islam. Nationalism. On 21st March 1948 in Dhaka, Qaid-e-Azam said, and I quote, "What we want is not to talk about Bengali, Balochi, Pathan, and so on. We are nothing but Pakistan. And now it is our duty to act like Pakistan." Ideology in the light of Allama Iqbal. Allama Iqbal actually awakens the idea of a separate nation through his poetry mainly. He demanded for a separate homeland, a separate nation at Allahabad Conference in 1939. He said, "Personally, I would like to see the Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, Sindh and Balochistan amalgamated into a single state, self-government within the British Empire or without the British Empire. The formation of a consolidated Northwest Indian province state appears to me to be the final destiny of the Muslims, at least of Northwest India." Allama Iqbal said clearly, India is a continent of human groups belonging to different races, speaking different languages, and practicing different religions. It was the primary duty of all civilized nations to show utmost regard and reverence for the religion's principles, cultural and social values of other nations. So Allama Iqbal actually believes in nationhood, that he believed that India is a continent which has different races, different languages, different religions, and it is the duty of all nations to show equal respect to all cultures, to all religions, and to all social nations. So he actually demanded for a separate nation because he wanted equality for Muslims as well. Foundation of Muslim rulers have distinctive formation of the nation. Allama Iqbal was of the view that the Muslims, due to Islam, from en millat and their power and strength depends only on Islam. In his poetry, he presented the key concept of the basis of Muslim millat. So basically, he believed that Muslim millat is the concept of the Muslim ideology. There was a very important theory given by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, which was called the two-nation theory. In his perspective of the subcontinent, he believed that there are two major nations, the Muslims and the Hindus, which are settled in the subcontinent for over a century. These two nations are quite entirely different from each other in religious ideas, social ideas, way of living, collective thinking. Despite of living together for centuries, they did not mingle with each other. According to Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was the first person to use the term nation for the Muslims. Sir Syed Khan declared the Muslims were a separate nation and convinced the government that there are two different entities in the subcontinent. One of them is the Hindus and the other is the Muslims. Coming towards the significance, the importance of the two nation theory. It became the basis for the creation of Pakistan. Also, in its simplest way, it means that cultural, political, economical, and social dissimilarities between the two major communities, Hindus and the Muslims, are unacceptable. The theory became the base of not only the separate land but also the separate political representation of the All India Muslim League, which was a political party that focused mainly on the political perspective of the Muslims. So this is all about ideology of Pakistan.
So this was basically ideological basis of Pakistan according to the views of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Allama Iqbal as well as Quaid-e-Azam. Feel free to ask me if you have any queries on Google Classroom as well as in the online classes. Allah Hafiz everyone.